Conrad Robert Murray. Dr. Murray is present in court with Mr. Chernoff, Mr. Flanagan, Mr. Gorgian, Mr. Pena. The people by Mr. Walgren and Ms. Brazil. All the jurors and alternates are present as well. To everyone, good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, jury, good morning. I'm delighted you were able to deal with the weather this morning, and hopefully you had a decent ride in. We're going to resume with the case, so thank you. Good morning, people. The people may call their next witness.
Thank you. We'll call Sally Hirschberg to the stand.
Please stand in the witness box. Ma'am, right inside the witness box. Thank you. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly state that the testimony you may give in the cause now pending before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You may be seated. Please state your name for the record. Spell your first and last name.
My name is Sally Hirschberg, Sally Hirschberg.
Ms. Hirschberg, good morning.
Good morning.
Let me provide you with some instructions which I give to every witness in every case. The first is to please sit back and relax. The second is to speak loudly, and that way everyone can hear you. The third is to answer a question yes or no if it's called for, rather than using slang like which can be confusing. And the last instruction is to wait until you hear an entire question before you even start to respond. Sometimes we think that we know the question in advance, so we interrupt it. But in court, it's important to have only the whole question read or asked, and then to respond thereafter. Is that okay?
Yes.
Thank you. Direct, please. Mr. Walgren.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Ms. Hirschberg.
Good morning.
Ma'am, where do you work?
Seacoast Medical.
And what is Seacoast Medical?
It's a medical and pharmaceutical distributor.
You sell medical supplies?
Medical supplies, correct.
And where is Seacoast located?
Omaha, Nebraska.
And how long have you been employed at Seacoast Medical?
It'll be 10 years in January.
And what is your current occupation there?
I am an account representative.
And what does that mean?
We handle inbound sales calls and handle customer service issues.
Okay. And in your employment with Seacoast, are the orders for medical supplies maintained and documented during the regular course of business?
Yes, they are.
Okay. And is that done at the time of the order?
Yes, it is.
And have you, as Seacoast, actually provided medical order records as it relates to an account held by Dr. Conrad Murray?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, I have a 63, I believe it's 63-page set of documents referencing Seacoast order records. May this be marked People's 79 for identification?
It is.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
May I approach the witness, Your Honor?
You may.
Ms. Hirschberg, if you could take a moment and just look through what's been marked as People 79. Okay, have you done so?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I have.
Okay, and those are the Seacoast medical records, order records relating to an account held by Conrad Murray?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
And I want to reference, draw your attention first to what would essentially be the first page of my set of documents, and I'm going to put this on the Elmo. Do you have that document in front of you, ma'am?
I do.
Okay. And that references a Conrad Murray with an address on Flamingo Road in Las Vegas?
Correct.
Okay. And is that a DEA registration?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Going to the next page of this set of documents. Again, do you have this document in front of you, ma'am?
I do.
Okay. And does this also relate to a Conrad Murray on Flamingo Road relating to DEA administration?
Yes.
Okay. And these documents are part of the account file that Seacoast has maintained?
Yes.
And then I want to reference your attention to the credit application in regard to this account. Do you have that in front of you? That's
I
the
do.
next page?
Yes.
Okay.
Object to relevance, Your Honor.
Well, sustained. Do counsel want to approach?
Certainly are. It has nothing to do with finances.
Very well.
Was that?
We can approach.
Thank you. Thank you.
May I propose a stipulation, Your Honor?
You may.
Counsel, will you stipulate that in regard to the Seacoast medical order records, the account representative from Dr. Conrad Murray's office was a Consuelo nun referred to as Connie?
Will so stipulate.
Do the people?
Yes, Your Honor.
The stipulation's accepted. Ladies and gentlemen, as I explained to you in the introductory instructions, when both parties stipulate to a fact, that means both parties agree to that fact. It's not in dispute. And because of that, it must be accepted by you. Thank you.
And Ms. Hirschberg, you heard that stipulation?
Yes.
And the account representative that you worked with was an individual you knew by the name of Connie?
Correct.
Okay. And when was the account created?
In December of 2006.
And at the time, this was the address, for purposes of your records, always the Las Vegas address on Flamingo Road?
Yes.
Going forward, Ms. Hirschberg, in the records, And let me ask you before the next question, have you had a chance to review these records prior to your testimony here today?
Yes, I have.
Okay. And is there an entry in December of 2008 referencing an invoice or an order?
In December of 2008?
Yes.
No, there is not.
May I approach the witness, Your Honor?
You may.
Oh, I apologize. My apologies.
Okay, I'm talking about the invoices.
Okay, my apologies.
You're in 2007?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, there's a lot of paperwork.
Thanks. Okay, December of 2008?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And that's actually December 16th, 2008?
Correct.
Okay. And then, is it accurate, based on the records, that there's a lull in activity and the next invoice is April 14th, 2009?
Yes.
Okay. And prior to April 14th, 2009, although there were no specific invoices between December 2008 and April 14th, 2009, is it accurate that there was telephone communication between you and Connie Nunn?
Yes.
Okay. And on March 25th, 2009, did you speak specifically, to Connie Nunn regarding Dr. Murray's office requesting some type of infusion IV set?
Yes.
Okay. And is that referenced in your customer service logs contained in these documents?
Yes.
And on March 25th, 2009, did Connie request specifically the safe site infusion set, and it bears a particular reference number?
Yes.
Okay. Is that 105778?
Yes.
Okay. And your entry indicates that it'll be a drop ship. What does that mean?
It's something that's not stocked at our supply house, and we order it directly from the manufacturer to have it sent directly to the customer site.
Okay. And was that shipped out via drop ship on that day?
It would have been ordered.
Okay, it was ordered on that day?
Yes.
Okay. And the next entry, it indicates it was pulled from the warehouse at March 26, 2009. Does that mean it was being shipped out? Or what does that entry refer to on March 26, 2009? And by the way, are those your initials, SJH?
Yes.
Okay. What does that reference?
The account was, I believe, had a credit card decline, and so the paperwork was pulled from the warehouse prior to being ordered or shipped.
Okay, so it was not shipped?
No.
Okay.
Double negative?
It is correct that it was
That
not
is
shipped.
correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, this particular item, this infusion set, do you know what the item is as far as being able to look at it and identify it?
Yes.
Okay. You're going to have a sealed plastic medical bag bearing a description of the safe site IV set. May this be marked People's 80 for identification?
Yes.
And at this point, with the court's permission, I'd like to open up People's 80 so the witness can identify it. Yeah. Okay. I'm taking scissors and cutting open package. I'm removing the contents, taking off the white packaging, unraveling the infusion set.
Did something just fall?
No, I mean, it dropped to the floor.
Oh, I
It's
see.
lengthy.
All right, thank
Ms. Hirschberg, showing you what's been marked as People's 80, is this the item you referenced?
Yes,
Okay, and this is the item that was referenced by Connie Nunn on March 25th, 2009?
yes,
And you're not a medical doctor, correct?
correct.
Okay. But you can testify that this is the product that Seacoast was discussing with Connie Nunn?
Yes.
Okay.
The exhibit's being shown to Mr. Chernow. You're welcome. Hand it back to Ms. Brazil.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Hirschberg, going then to March 31st, 2009, as reflected in your records, does it indicate that in regard to this order for this infusion set, that nothing yet had been resolved as far as payment?
That is correct.
And it indicates, per your notes, that you'll leave it on the order for now, but it still had not been shipped out.
That is correct.
Okay. And how many of these infusion sets come in one order?
24 in a case.
In a case? Okay. Going forward then, ma'am, to April 13th, 2009, did you again speak to Connie Nunn?
Yes,
Okay. And did she make an inquiry that you note in your records as raising a, quote, red flag?
yes.
And what was that?
She wanted it shipped to a residential address.
And did she indicate in what state this residential address was located?
Yes, California.
Did you agree to ship any product to this California residential address?
No, I did not.
Prior to that date of April 13th, 2009, had all shipments again been made to the Las Vegas address?
Yes,
Okay. And did they continue then to be made to the Las Vegas address?
yes.
Okay. Now I want to direct your attention to April 14th, 2009, and specifically the invoice with that date. Can you locate that, Ms. Hirschberg?
Yes,
Okay. And that's actually a 3-page document?
yes.
Okay. Going to page 1. May we dim the lights, Your Honor?
May we please, Mrs. Benson?
Going to page 1 of the April 14th invoice. I'll have to zoom in. I'm going to zoom in on the description. Those are the products that were ordered in this leftmost column, is that right?
Yes,
Okay. And on April 14th, 2009, then we have a sodium chloride solution, a 25-pack.
yes,
Okay. A Welch Allen cuff. Is that a blood pressure, manual blood pressure cuff?
yes,
Okay, and Welch Allen is the brand?
correct.
Okay. The next line down, the aneroid access and parts, is those parts for the manual blood pressure cuff?
Yes,
Okay. And then we have MedX injection adapter. Is that components for infusion type devices to your knowledge?
I believe so.
We then go down to a MedX T connector with a male component. Is that also some type of tubing device, or,
Yes.
I mean, visually?
Yes,
Okay.
to the best of my knowledge.
Okay. Going down, then we have a 20 gauge, 1 inch, 3 cc syringe needles. Is that accurate?
Yes,
MedX Gelco IV catheters, 24 gauge, 50 in the box. Is that accurate?
yes,
Going down next, the transparent dressing. Do you know what that is?
yes, it's a type of bandage.
Okay. Continuing down, page 1 of the April 14th invoice. Following the bandage, we have another set of syringes, 30 cc, and then 40 apostrophe S. Do you know what that reference is?
That's how they're packaged.
40 in a package?
40 each, yes.
More IV catheters, as well as ultrasound gel. Is that accurate?
Yes,
Electrodes and a Starline brand gauzing, or gauze, I'm sorry.
yes,
Okay. The electrodes, are these the type of electrodes that would attach to like an EKG or ECG machine?
yes,
Okay. And following the gauze, going to page 2, we have alcohol prep pads.
yes,